Big dubs. Big dubs to the
Huge
Toronto
dub.
Maple Leafs. 5-3 victory over the Winnipeg Jets in a heated North Division matchup here. How you feeling tonight, Zander?
I'm feeling for the people at home, aside from the Leaf game, just a sidebar, the music that Jake's got for like our go before we go into the show, like I am so jacked up right now. Like I could run through a brick wall. I could kill a grizzly bear with my bare hands. I am so pumped up. On top of the Leafs win, which is an unbelievable win. We're rounding back into form. Big win for the standings, everything. Feeling good about it.
I'm feeling
Definitely.
great. This is a massive win. The Toronto Maple Leafs, after a big losing skid, they prevail victorious over a Winnipeg Jets team who was a close second coming into this game. They were just 4 points behind. The Toronto Maple Leafs had that lead up to 6. We need to win another game though, Saturday night.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. But I mean, that there was a lot of. I mean, I'm sure we'll get to it, but just for the intro here, there's a lot of encouraging signs from that game. I'm happy about a lot of concerns we had the last time I was on, and then throughout the last week or so. A lot of those concerns I think were addressed, and maybe a little bit like take a breath of fresh air because, like, I mean, we'll get to it, but I'm feeling good about Saturday. Feeling good about the future.
Yeah, for sure.
Belief, baby.
Keep calm and believe. Even through the tough 5-game losing streak, you just got to keep calm and believe. The Toronto Maple Leafs, big dubs tonight. ASE here says it best. Huge 4-point game.
ASE, my boy.
Up by 6 instead of 2.
That's such a huge difference. I know.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
standings, especially with such little games remaining.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, big game. 100%.
So if you haven't already, please make sure you smash that like button and hit the notification bell. If you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified every time we're live here on Maple Leafs Media, or just have other videos coming out, always getting new content out.
Jake's making videos almost every day, right? Pretty much. So
Almost
there's
every
always
day.
something to watch. Keep your Leafs fix going because I know we're all a crazy fan base. So it's good to quench the thirst for Leafs content. Jake's got that for you.
It's good to come out here and talk to other members of Leafs Nation. It's just a nice place to talk.
I like it.
Give our thoughts.
I like it. I like the comment section vibe instead of like, talking to my dad or talking to whatever you and Joe in our group chat. Like it's nice to talk to other people that get out of my echo chamber. So yeah.
Yeah, we like to get a lot of different opinions. Tonight's 3 stars of the game. We have Mitch Marner, 2 goals and an assist. Austin Matthews, a goal and 2 assists. And then Mark Scheifele, he had a goal and an assist. So big performances from the Toronto Maple Leafs top guns.
I mean, you said it best. Like you're only going to go as far as those guys take you for the most part. And when they're on like that and they're feeding off each other, you can just kind of like, it's like NBA Jam. Like when you see the guys get on fire and they're freaking got fire all around, that's kind of what they look like out there. Like they just look like they do whatever they want and they're passing back and forth and they're going crazy. So when they do that, I think we're honestly unstoppable playing at that pace. And yeah, I mean, Foligno fit right in with those two. We'll get to that. I mean, segue into probably our first topic. Everybody in the comments has been talking about Foligno. Yeah, so he fit in nicely with them. I thought that was a nice line.
Obviously, Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews, they're so talented. They're one of the best duos in all of the league, and you can put anyone beside them. But Nick Foligno, I think it's a really good fit. Tonight he was very active. He was making big hits. He drew a penalty. Nick Foligno brings some more leadership to the Toronto Maple Leafs. I love the addition.
Yeah, he's a stable force, and he's kind of a veteran force, but he's still got some kick to him. And I like you said, I love the play. I don't know who cross-checked him in the back, but when he made the hit in the corner, and then he drew that penalty. Like that was exactly what you need. Hard-nosed stuff, hustle, awesome.
Yeah, he brings leadership. He can play a good defensive game. Tonight he played 16 minutes, 32 seconds. Valuable minutes teed up. He had a shot on goal and an assist, but those 3 hits, he was making an impact out there defensively too.
Yeah, you notice him. That's what I like. Just kind of like the first little bit, like how old people are. Like they get irrational. My dad immediately was like, "Oh, where's Foligno?" It's been like 5 minutes, and then as the game started to go on, you kind of started to notice like he's getting in those corners, he's fitting right in, and he's looking good. And yeah, like you said, he's a good, stable leader. He provides some leadership, so I like him going forward. See if that line continues to mesh well.
I'd love it to see him play up there on the first line, but He
I
can
like
play
it.
on the second or third line even, but he can play anywhere in the lineup. That's such a great addition for this team.
Yeah, we'll see how they mesh throughout the however many games it ends up being. But the 2 weeks that Hyman's out, 2-3 weeks, whatever. But me and you were saying in the just before we went live here, like Hyman, I guess similar to Foligno, but Hyman can kind of slot in with most of these lines. Like he's played with Tavares before, like you were saying. So if this line goes crazy, goes bananas over the next 2 weeks, and we're like, why would you ever split up Foligno, Marner, Matthews? And that's fine because Hyman can just slot right in with line 1B or second line or whatever. So that's good.
Yeah, you can slot him on. You could slot Hyman on the second line with Tavares and
Yeah.
Nylander. We've seen Hyman play with Tavares before, but Mitch Marner was their line mate. We've seen that in the past, so they've got a chemistry.
He's kind of a one size fits all. Yeah,
And
which is
the
fine.
third line, you could put him on there, and he could lead that line as well. So
Yeah,
Zach Hyman
100%.
can play anywhere in the lineup.
Speaking of that line, the Engvall line played awesome tonight. I don't know if that was on our board of topics, but they look great. So that was something to touch. Another positive. This is going to be a positive show. It's a kumbaya. Feel good. We're all sitting around the fire and we're drinking hot cocoa and being happy today.
They
on
played
the
a
show.
pretty good
That's
line,
good.
and the purpose that Pierre Engvall serves, he's more of a shutdown type of forward.
Mhm.
Doesn't really get noticed that often.
Oh, but he looked good.
He gets criticized a lot, and I mean, he has a lot of good assets. He's got the size, he's got the speed, but he makes crucial mistakes sometimes
Yeah.
at the very inopportune times. But he looked good tonight.
I like his he fights hard. That's what I like. It's just what you want with the bottom kind of rung guys, bottom six, whatever, right? So
Yeah, for sure. Yes, he says he's like a juiced up Hyman, referring to Nick Foligno.
yeah, that's what he looked like tonight.
Foligno,
Can I see the
Matthews,
comment?
Marner on the first line. Foligno, Nash, Hyman would be.
Hi Zander. Hi John Howard. What's going on, man? I just saw the comments now.
So let's. In case you didn't know, the Toronto Maple Leafs have now won 6 consecutive games against Winnipeg Jets. This is a team that we might end up playing against in the playoffs, so that's a really nice advantage to have. Let's hope to make this 7 this week. Continue the streak. We've been dominating in their building.
Plant the flag. Where's that Winnipeg fan from last week? I hope he's on here.
Oh, he might come on, but
Give him a little chirp.
I
Scumbag.
mean, it's nice. It's nice to go into enemy territory and win 6 consecutive games. That's big, and that might reside mentally with the Winnipeg Jets right now.
Yeah, it's encouraging for Saturday too, which Saturday is just as big of a game. So I mean, it's kind of a nice little caveat going into the game. Oilers and Jets will destroy each other first round. Yeah. Yeah, we're probably. I mean, it's the more shapes it shakes out, the more it looks like we probably. Because I don't think Vancouver's squeaking into that 4 seed. We're kind of jumping all around here, but I don't like. I'm assuming it's going to be Toronto, Montreal, probably, right? Pull up the standings here, but
You know what? Don't doubt Vancouver.
you don't. I don't, dude. Like
There's
I
not a
think we
lot
just
of
played
extra
so
games
bad.
to play it too. I
Yeah,
they're playing Ottawa right now. I'm not sure what the score in that game is,
no,
but
I'll check.
they I wouldn't count the Vancouver Canucks out at all.
I just think we played so bad against them. Like we made them look good. Like I think they're going to come back down to earth. Ottawa's up 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, I
Just
think
started though.
Vancouver might make a push for 4th place and get squeak into the playoffs.
Yeah, we're getting some good comments here. We could we just
The
missed a
Canucks
couple
are
here.
losing to the Sens right now, 1-0
Yeah,
Ottawa.
1-0. I think Sens are on the power play too. I just saw. Somebody said I'm scared of one man only playoff price. I think we all are. Yeah. But yeah.
This comment here: do you think that Sandin should be quarterbacking the first power play unit? Marner, John Tavares, William Nylander with Sandin and Matthews. It would look really good. I'd rather Sandin over Bradley right now. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, that's a lot of responsibility for a young guy who's just played a couple games consistently in the end. Like, I mean, not consistently over the last few. Like, he just got called up, right? So, I mean, it's a pretty big responsibility, especially on a struggling power play where you have all those big guns and that's a big shoes to fill. I think Riley, despite his flaws, he kind of has some level of chemistry and some level of comfort with those guys, and you might risk getting out of sync, but something to think about. I mean, he's definitely more skilled, I would say, or
Yeah,
close to it.
I thought Sandin looked good when he was out there on the power
Yeah.
play, and
No,
like
he looked good. Yeah, that's what I mean. It just maybe it's a
he
small sample size. I
he
don't know.
has a lot of high upside potential
Mhm.
offensively too. That's a great thing
Oh
that
God,
he
yeah.
great aspect of his game. So I'd say put him on the power play too for now.
Give it a
And
shot, especially if the numbers stay
if
down on the
like
power
Morgan
play.
Riley hasn't been doing a good job
Mhm.
on the power play quarterbacking it, but that's a lot of responsibility as you just said. So maybe ease him into it.
Yeah. No, but it's not a terrible. It just I don't know. It's such like the power play is such a funny subject because we're so like we said it last time I was on. We're so good, and you just kind of have to assume things are going to fall back into place eventually. Sandman looked really good and comfortable. Yeah, he did. No, he looked good, 100%. But like I said, I think it maybe is a small sample size. Like it's a bit of an overreaction for a game, but something to think about.
Yeah, for sure. So you know what was a concern of mine, and this was early in the game. The bad passing early in the game. We didn't have as many turnovers as usual this game, but TJ Brody with two pretty bad plays. They were making me scratch my eyes there. They were some bad passes, blind passes, and they really cost this team early on.
And Muzzin too. Muzzin might as well have just punched a goalie in the face and put the puck in our own net with that pass at the start of the game. Like I already don't have great hair. I was ripping my hair out, and I can't afford to lose my hair. So like, it was driving me nuts, man. But no, I mean that's definitely a concern. I mean, there's always negatives in a positive game like that, and that's definitely one of them. We look a little lackadaisical sometimes in our own end, and that's been plaguing the Leafs since the Gardner days. Like I don't know, like it's been forever with that, but
Mhm.
definitely a concern. Yeah, little very concerning.
It is for sure. I mean, those passes were atrocious. You can't just pass the puck right in front of your net blindly. It goes to the stick of the Winnipeg Jets, and it goes right to the back of our net. That was a
Brutal.
horrible one. I'm talking about the second one specifically. That one was
Yeah, that was
brutal.
tough too.
It was ugly. A great comment from Jason Brooks. He says Leafs got to Albuck early and chased him out of the net. 3 goals on
Yeah,
6 shots.
we didn't talk about that. He was incensed. Like he was enraged. Like I mean, I would be too. But do you agree with that poll? Like it was 3-2. It wasn't like
Yes.
it was 3-0.
Yeah.
You agree with
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 3 goals on 6 shots. It's
No,
just not your
no.
night.
I mean, the only thing I mean is like it's if it's a mediocre goal. Like he won the Vesna. Like it just like you. Sometimes I wonder how much leeway you give those guys. I mean, I'm not a hockey coach, obviously, but
Yeah.
I'd be pretty pissed if I was him. But
I
I
know.
mean,
I know he's one of the best goaltenders in the league, if not the
yeah,
best goalie in the league. But I mean, it just
you got
wasn't.
yeah. He didn't
It
have it.
wasn't
He
his
didn't have
night.
it.
It
No,
wasn't
he
his
didn't have
night.
it.
He probably wouldn't have wanted to stay in there at that point. I know he didn't want to come out of
Yeah,
the game, but he's just really frustrated, and it wasn't going well for him at all.
yeah. But speaking of his comment, that's another encouraging thing. We chased out a Vesna winner in 2 seconds. Like that's pretty nice. That felt pretty good.
It
Back to our run and gun days. Like it felt good. I don't know.
It felt good. The Toronto Maple Leafs have a lot of quick strike ability. It's nice to see that. Like we've seen this a lot throughout the season, where they just score multiple goals within a span of 3 or 4 minutes. They just get a bunch of goals, and that's
Yeah,
really nice to have. Maybe it will work out in the clutch moments later in the season.
all these shows are just building towards the inevitable playoff
Oh,
madness. All the stress. Like I don't. I'm almost like I'm excited because it's summer and it's going to be Leafs playoffs and what more do you want? But I think like everybody in the comments, like I'm going to be holed up in a little dark room during the games and bite my fingernails. I don't know, but yeah, all
I'm gonna,
roads lead to that.
I'm really excited for the playoffs coming up. I'm
It's gonna be
super
so sweet
excited, but
when the season ends. Yeah,
we still
we got
got
lots of games left. Yeah,
lots
we're
of
jumping
games to
ahead.
go, and a lot can change in that time. So we need to
This is
remain
true.
consistent
Yeah,
throughout
we
here.
we might be getting a little ahead of ourselves, maybe a little bit.
You know, we haven't really talked about this much on the channel, but the Toronto Maple Leafs dodged a real bullet with the Zach Hyman injury. Considering in 2019 he tore that ACL and he had to have surgery on it, so that's massive. Then he's only expected to miss, well, at least miss 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was I mean, it's tough with the knee injuries. Like everyone wants to play doctor right away on Twitter when something like that happens, and the guy's rolling around wincing in pain. But it's nice. It's scary, but it's nice that it was just something fairly minor. I mean, you were saying it before the show. I wouldn't be shocked if they kept him out, depending on the standings at the time. But you got to be cautious with that kind of stuff. So maybe it's 3 weeks, maybe it's 3.5, whatever. But
Yeah.
it's nice that it was minor. Yeah,
So he sprained his MCL.
yeah.
So you don't want to rush him back.
No, that's a scary.
He's been a crucial piece to our team this year. Uh, I think you want to give him some games before he gets back into the playoffs, get him in the rhythm, but
Mhm.
you might consider resting him an extra game or two.
Yeah, dude. If he's out in the playoffs, like what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
That's one guy that just he's just crucial. Like crucial to everything, like the culture of the team, the hard nosed, the play, everything on and off the ice. So yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
He so far he's got 15 goals and 18 assists. He's
Yeah,
been tearing it up this season. And
yeah. And all the stuff that doesn't show up in the box score too, that kind of stuff. He's awesome.
yeah, he's a vital piece of this team's success. What did you think of the goaltending tonight? Jack Campbell, he had 34 saves on 37
I think
shots.
I think that was a bounce back game we've all been kind of waiting for ever since his crazy run that he went on, the 10 or 11 game win streak he went on. I mean, we went up 2-0, and then they scored pretty quickly. So I said, "Oh God, is this going to go 7-6? Like, what are we doing here?" But I mean, he rounded into form the last big chunk of the game, second, third period, whatever. I thought he looked solid, especially at the end when you're kind of biting your nails and you're peeing your pants a little bit and you're waiting to go to overtime, like inevitably, like we will. He made some big saves, I thought. And then, I mean, looked good. That's what you want.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he played a good game. JB here says too many rebounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say that. Soupy was just okay, ASC says. I thought that this was a big rebound game for Jack Campbell after losing those past few games. Big rebound for him, and we need Jack Campbell to be successful going forward until we
Big
get
time.
Anderson back. So,
Especially after your boy. I wasn't on the show the game prior to this, but I'm sure you lit up your buddy Dave there. Especially after that, I mean, you need a goalie that you can rely on because that was probably the worst goaltending performance I've ever seen since like Vesa Toskala.
that was a bad that was a really bad performance from David
Threw up in
Riddick
my
that
mouth a
day.
couple
Uh,
times during that game. Yeah,
but
but all jokes aside, tonight was very encouraging. I've said that word a lot.
I'd
But
expect
it
more.
was.
I'd expect more from David Riddick, but tonight
Yeah,
I was impressed with Jack Kimmel to
thank God.
get the win, and hopefully that can be a big confidence booster.
Yeah, like the last thing you wanted was like a 6-5 game where he lets in a couple cheap goals midway. Like, you know what I mean? It was nice that he kind of found his footing and came back down to earth and had a good game.
Ron Keats here says can't blame Campbell on the goals.
I'm trying to remember.
Well, the one where Brody passed it right in front of the net blindly. You can
Yeah,
put the
that's a
blame
good
on him
point.
for that.
Actually, that actually is a good point, Ron. Because the Muzzin pass was disgusting, and then the one you're talking about, the second goal too. Like, you know what? The first two goals weren't totally. Yeah, you know what?
There's some
He
really
played
bad.
overall. I thought he played. You could argue he played almost like, you know what I mean. We're saying he played pretty good. He rebounded back, but he had a pretty solid game all around. His defense didn't do him any favors at the beginning, but overall he was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and we have a question here from JB, who plays goalie Saturday. So I think Jack Campbell for the Toronto Maple Leafs,
100%. Yeah.
and
100%.
for the Winnipeg Jets, I'm going Connor Hellbuck. Connor Hellbuck, they'll put him back in there, even
Yeah.
after the 3 goals on 6 shots. He's just such a good
100%.
goalie. It's going to be
You got,
Hellbuck.
this is I mean, there's no fans obviously, and I know it's a cliche of like media guys to say, but it might feel a little bit like a playoff atmosphere Saturday, and you have a day's rest in between. Like, you got to throw your best guys out there. That's a no brainer for me. You have to, especially after that game. You got to stick with them.
These games against the Winnipeg Jets are so big.
They're
So much,
huge. That's what I mean. So you
so
have to.
like,
You
the
got
implications of these games are massive.
you got balls to the wall. Yeah, you have to. 100%. So yeah, definitely Campbell.
Yeah, Jack Campbell's going to get the start. D-Board says Campbell was good overall. There were moments at the end of the first
Yeah.
and the third that he came up big. After 10 minutes in the first period, he was solid. He made some really big saves out there tonight.
Yeah, he did. There's a lot of times where I was expecting it to kind of trickle by him based on his last few games, and they didn't this
And
game.
and
Like, it's simple as that, right?
when it was 4-3 in the third period, he came up big.
Yeah, 100%.
And
I have no complaints about him tonight. Despite all the complaints the last few games or the last week and a half or whatever, it's nice to hang your hat on a good night of goaltending. Big time.
yeah, he came up big for us. And early in the game, the Toronto Maple Leafs scored really quickly into this game, like
Bang, bang, bang.
30 seconds into the game, and then just under a minute later. So I'm going to show these first two goals.
Yeah, bro.
Austin Matthews opened the scoring with his 34th of the season.
You seem like they're destined to be playing against each other.
Mitch Marner trying to spring Austin Matthews loose inside the zone, scores! Number 34 has his 34th of the season.
It's 34th of the season for number 34. Love to see it.
I could watch that guy shoot wrist shots all day. It's just so nice. It's just fun.
He's an exceptional goal scorer. It's amazing.
Awesome.
Generational talent.
Oh my god, yeah.
We were having questions on here earlier in past streams about, is this the best player you've ever seen for the Toronto Maple Leafs? What do you think?
In my lifetime, I mean, we're young bucks. So yeah, I would say so. I mean, I was probably too young to remember. Like, who would be the second? Like in our like since I was gonna say but I was almost a little too young to remember Sundin.
Yeah,
like I remember him
obviously. End of his career though. That's
yeah. Fine. Like I always remember I think it was a 500th goal, the clap bomb against Calgary. I don't know why I vividly remember that game, but like other than that,
I remember that.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, we were probably too young to remember like his prime. So yeah, I don't know. I'd say it's like a very, very distant. Actually, he's probably not even second. Like, could you argue Marner's better than him? Maybe. Like you might have all these guys on this team.
They have different talents.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like, overall, I guess
Mitch Marner's the playmaker.
Yeah,
exceptional playmaker, probably better skater. Austin Matthews is just a wicked
Austin Matthews
shooter,
is
though.
Literally, he's hockey Jesus, is what I was saying to Jake. This is probably gonna be an easy no from the comments because Jake shot me down. But I was trying to make a case for Matthews winning the Hart this year. You can't. I was just kind of saying the wins versus McDavid's and everything. But I mean, McDavid's such a machine. But I mean me and my brother were talking before I came on here. He's very into it as well, and he said he wouldn't be surprised if Matthews did get a couple votes. Like, obviously not going to win, but I don't know. There's a case to be made. Maybe
you can make the case for it, but Austin or Connor McDavid's gonna.
Oh no, he's gonna win for sure.
He's gonna. He's just too many points, and he's just.
But it's nice. It's just nice to have it in my heart that like we have the runner-up for the Hart, because he'll probably be runner-up. You'd assume. I don't know, but maybe McKinnon. I don't know, but
yeah, I mean, it's gonna be Connor McDavid.
What's he up in the goals race now? Like, what's the margin there? It's like 8 or 9, right?
I think it's 8. Let me just check.
Well, maybe now it's 9, but yeah,
leaders. Awesome. He's at 34, so he's up by 8. Yeah.
Nice. Well, there you go.
He's up by 8, so that's nice.
Check my notes here.
JB says, should the Leafs trade for Max Domi in the summer? That's an interesting topic. I'm just checking Domi's contract because I feel like he might be a free agent. I'm not sure though.
How old is he now? I feel like that's one of those guys that just lost track.
He's an unrestricted free agent.
Max Domi. Oh, he's older than I thought. I don't know why I thought he was younger. 26.
His contract. No, he's got a contract through next season, and that's a $6 million base salary. Cap hit of $5.3 million. That's a lot.
What would you give up for somebody like that? Yeah, that's a pretty big deal.
That's a lot to take on. So
yeah, I would say. I mean, on here. Any move is.
It'd be really cool to see another Domi in a Maple Leafs uniform.
Yeah, for sure. Any move to be made, like hypothetical move, I feel like there's so many uncertainties. Like, it's all contingent on this playoff run. You know what I mean? Like,
We
if
have
it's
to re-sign Zach
catastrophe.
Hyman as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I
So,
got other guys on the
Let's
books too.
focus on re-signing our players first, and
Yeah,
when that gets sorted out, we can talk about trading for assets. But
yeah, 100%.
that's a cool idea to think about, to have another Domi in Toronto.
You want to say hi to the Leaf fans? No. Yeah. Relax.
What's up, dude? That's Adrian.
But yeah, focus on our own guys and then see what happens. It's definitely that's a distant future away. I
Yes.
can't give a straight answer on that one.
Yes, he says Domi sucks. He's probably only worth a second-round pick.
I was gonna say I didn't think he was having a great year, anyways.
Oh, he's not having a great year, and
McGillney was
Columbus Blue Jackets are really struggling too. I think that
yeah.
he's kind of victim of the circumstances there. He's better than what he's been showing. I don't think his ice time's been up very much either with John Tortorella. So
No way I wouldn't trade. Yeah, a lot of guys
no way
are
to Domi.
agreeing with us.
I mean, it would be cool, but with
John
the contract
Howard,
and everything.
no trading Nylander. Somebody just said trade Nylander. Or no, I would not trade Nylander. Never mind. Okay, good. I feel like I've seen it now.
I wouldn't trade
I've
Nylander.
seen so much Nylander trade talk in the last 3
Why
years.
would you trade William Nylander? He's
No.
fourth best player on this team.
There was so much doubt around him.
He's got a contract too. Everyone
I know.
That, but
I think especially after all that we went through I think he tickled a lot of people the wrong way when he half held out or whatever you want to call it. But I mean,
so December 10th, the day of, he signed.
Yeah. Oh my! I'll never forget that. That's funny. Oh my! I forgot about that. That was scroll Twitter, refresh every 2 seconds. Oh my God.
So many people, you would you missed it in the earlier segments before the season started. It was all trade Nylander, trade Nylander, trade.
Yeah, everybody wants to trade. He's always a scapegoat. He's so good. It's crazy. I don't understand.
This is what we say to Leafs. Well, anyone who's saying trade Nylander, this is what we say for them.
That was so quick. Did you just have that ready?
I have that ready. Yeah, that's the thing. I've been.
Is that how often people say trade Nylander? You just have that ready?
Yeah, I have that ready.
So quick.
See, JB here reminds us, Nylander.
That's funny. Oh my
it's
God.
a thing. We've showed that on the channel multiple times to.
That's awesome.
Quiet the critics.
It's true. Yeah, all the time. Every time you go on Leafs Twitter, you Nylander. Shut up.
And Jason Brooks, he says no team in the league doesn't value Nylander like the Leafs do. So yeah, that's what I've been saying as well. No team in the league values Nylander the same as the Maple Leafs. They value him more than anyone else would.
Mm-hmm. And he's so ingrained in the.
You're not going to get a favorable return for William Nylander. You're not.
It's not worth it. You have no. You got to keep him. He had so much firepower, and even if he has a crappy game, there's always those games where he just looks there's been games where he kind of looks like the best player on the ice half the time. Not half the time, but you know what I mean. He just looks. He's so talented. You can't. And he's got a high motor sometimes. I feel like after the contract, he's had a higher motor. So
he's so hard to take the puck away from. He's
awesome. Yeah,
he keeps the puck. He's such a good skater, great playmaker. There's so many things he does well. There's no reason to trade him.
Yeah, I hate the rhetoric around Nylander and how much people. I've always hated that. I've always been a proponent. He's just one of the guys. You got to keep him around. Just despite everything, he's so good and he's part of the young core. And we got him for a steal. What was the number again?
6.7 or 6.9. It might have been 6.9.
That is not that much. That is
years.
not a. That's all. I don't know. Maybe not. That's a pretty good deal. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, a few years remaining on it.
Yeah,
it's a great contract.
Yeah, 100%. We were right. Is the point to that?
You can get good value for him. I really don't think you can get a favorable return for him.
If you put a trade in front of my face,
you're not going to get a right-handed shot. You're not going to get Dougie Hamilton for William Nylander. You're just not going to get that right-handed shot defenseman, a top two pairing guy to play beside Morgan Riley. It's not going to happen.
If you put a trade in front of my face and said this is the deal, I would would give you some an answer.
That's
Hold
the
on.
thing. You can
We
send in
just
your
won.
trade requests.
We just won the game. We just had a great win. Everybody looked great for the most part. This is a positive show, and the comment section is talking about trading Nylander. Like, what are we doing? This fan base, I love it. I love it.
And Peter
It's
Parker,
crazy.
is Anderson going to get traded this offseason? No, he won't, because
think so.
he's not even on the team. He's a free agent. So
Yeah,
and I don't think he resigns either. So
is he at RFA or UFA?
UFA, unrestricted. So
Yeah.
I don't see him playing in Toronto next year.
It's not good. That gives me a little bit of cause for concern, but
so I mean, with Jack Campbell's performance tonight, he's going to be playing next game. You have a score prediction for next game in advance?
going to overtime.
Going to overtime? I could see that.
3-2.
Yeah,
3-2.
you know what?
Maybe 4-3 or 3-2.
4-3 or 3-2. What'd you say?
It's gonna be Saturday night. It's gonna be, but it's gonna live up to the hype of this game. Like and we're gonna win. 3-0. All right, Dennis. I'm back on your side now. 3-0.
Score predictions. Everyone in the comments section, shoot them
sound
in.
off.
3-0 Leafs.
To go up the comments.
4-3 Leafs in overtime. I'm gonna say it's gonna be more of a defensive game, and I'm gonna say 3-2 Toronto.
Yeah, you know what? You
yeah,
kind of got to
3-2
take into
Toronto.
consideration. Like, you have to assume Hellebuck is like gonna come out and
Yeah,
like
I think he's
really
gonna
want to stick. You know what I mean? Like he's not going to be off his game. He's not going to let in a goal 27 seconds in or whatever the hell it was.
It's gonna be a goaltender's game.
Yeah, I could see that actually. Yeah, I think 3-2.
Leafs 5-2.
3-2 regulation. Yeah, if you guys got good score predictions, that'd be great because then
3-1.
you can make me money and I'll do some gambling.
3-1 Leafs. Foligno game-winning goal.
The Leafs are unpredictable. Yeah, Gordon Graham. You're telling me, man.
That'd be a sight to see, a Nick Foligno game-winning goal.
That'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be nice
to get him a goal Saturday. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna bet that. I wonder what the odds are on that. I might bet that. Foligno played amazing.
I mean,
a lot of comments tonight. I like it.
3-2 regulation, 4-3 Leafs. That regulation win would be a bit extra in the point standing as well.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going overtime though.
Leafs are unpredictable.
Dennis is still giving Nylander the business. If you want to see that comment.
Check it in. Where is this? Listen, I love Nylander, but out of all the players to trade, he would hurt me the least. Like when Kapanen left, my heart hurt. I just can't say it would bother me that much if Nylander did.
I mean, Nylander's like so much better than Kapanen, right? Like, what are we talking about?
It's not even a comparison, really.
No,
I mean,
what are we doing?
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
William Nylander.
Positive vibes. We won the game. Everyone played good. Positive vibes, right, people?
It was a good thing to trade Kapanen. It was a good thing to trade Kapanen.
Yeah, it was fine.
We freed up.
I mean, he was. I liked him. You know what? He was kind of like a better Grabowski. I don't know why I always made that comparison, but
that's interesting.
He's just like reminded me. He's like kind of out of control, but like really fast, but like a little bit better. I don't know.
It was good to trade him. I mean, we got a first round pick.
We got Calendar.
Yeah, we got some good stuff back. So
yeah, ASC. You see the comments? ASC's going at Dennis.
That's a great comment from Christian. Nylander rarely ever loses the puck. That's what I'm saying.
He's like Matthews like that. He's a horse. Like he's very hard to get the puck from.
He can take the game over just once he gets the puck on his stick. It's really hard to take him off the puck.
He's talented. Yeah, he's awesome. No, I think the vast majority is Hyman 5th best player. That's
old school. What do you think? I'm thinking, and I think that's right.
Fifth or sixth, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like he's in there. He's in that conversation at least. Yeah, I was just trying to go through it. Like, I mean, I'm gonna get eaten alive, but like, maybe we give him too much credit. But like, I always throw Riley in those kind of conversations. But I know he hasn't had a great year.
No,
but
he
just
hasn't
based
played
on
good at
everything, I know he hasn't, but I always just I know he's so good. He hasn't had that great of a year. I mean, you could always throw a goalie in there, but yeah, Hyman's in the top 5 or 6, 100%.
all. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's been such a valuable player, and
Yeah, that's what
I
even
mean,
just his valuability or whatever the hell, his value to the
it was
team.
such good news to hear that he
Matthews,
wasn't going
Tavares,
to
Marner. Yeah, I
be
agree
such
with that one there.
best
Duncan
players.
Russell.
Matthews,
I agree with that.
Tavares, Marner, Nylander, Hyman. I think you might put Marner as the number 2,
Oh, he is. Oh, yeah, 100%. I didn't see that. Yeah,
and
but
then
that 5
Tavares
people.
3, Nylander 4,
Yeah,
Hyman 5.
I agree with that. Hopefully, hey, who knows? Maybe Foligno will slide into 5. Who knows?
Yes, for
That'd
sure.
be nice.
Chuck Fleet says, "Smash the like button." Thank you, Chuck.
Thanks,
If you
Chuck.
haven't already, make sure you smash that like button. Smash it. Hit the notification bell to be notified every time new content's coming out on Maple Leafs Media. We got a big post-game show here tonight after the big win, 5-3 over the Winnipeg Jets. Nick Foligno's Maple Leafs debut. This was a big game in the standings, and yeah, just smash that like button.
Yeah, I mean, what else do we got? I think that's. I think the theme of this show is positive vibes and more positive vibes. That's it. That's all it is.
Let's enjoy a big Maple Leafs win.
Enjoy the win after the last week and a half of turning on the TV and wanting to smash it through the window because all the talking heads are just pooing down our throats. It's kind of nice to have it. It's nice. It's nice to win one.
It's been a frustrating last couple weeks, hasn't it?
It's just nice to win
very
one.
Frustrating. Very frustrating over the past few weeks.
You just got to hope they can build off it. I think it's not one of those wins where it's like there's a bit of fool's gold or smoke and mirrors. I felt like a real win to me. I know that's like kind of a subjective thing, but it did feel like we'll get 1K before September. Yeah. No, it was a real win, and I think you can build off a lot of stuff in that game. I mean, there's stuff to clean up, but overall, it was very encouraging.
I just thought of something, and it's that the Toronto Maple Leafs in this big game against Winnipeg Jets, they came out with a win after 5 consecutive losses. In those losses, they lost to the Vancouver Canucks. I believe Montreal was in there. Ottawa, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they lost to teams that they should have beat, and they came out and played against a team that they needed to beat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big performance. It's nice to see them play and recover against the Winnipeg Jets in a big game.
Yeah, it's nice to see them. It's nice to see them win, like utilizing their kind of core strengths. Like Matthews and Marner were clicking on all cylinders. Foligno's a nice addition. Campbell looked great. Defense a little scary, a little bit, but overall, it's like what we're good at is how we won this game, and that's very, very nice to see.
Yeah, Dennis says it felt like a division win in football almost.
Yeah,
it did.
That's a good comparison.
It did.
It really did.
Big implications in the standings, and this is massive win. We need to get another win against the Winnipeg Jets.
Playoff hockey starts
Saturday night.
I love the drama, like the gravitas of the comments, like that one. I love that comment. Like I love it. Like life, like for the rest of our lives.
It's getting intense. I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
He's not. I love it.
Playoff hockey has started pretty much.
Yeah.
We're playing for our standings right now, so I think he could have said that tonight.
Oh God, yeah. It's like, yeah, it's especially, but I mean, the drama kind of gets heightened when you lose to the COVID team and you embarrass yourselves, so that kind of racks up. I mean, I'm excited for Saturday. It's getting me pumped up. Big time.
Leafs had a lot of pressure on them versus the Canucks. Canucks were loose, nothing to lose.
Yeah, kind of a trap game. I guess you could say it was a trap game or whatever. Yeah.
Either way, though, even if they weren't coming back from that big break, it's a team we should beat.
I was gonna say, if you're a true contender, if you're truly who you say you are, you should beat who you should beat the majority of the time.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I mean, there's no real excuse for those games.
No, just terrible, terrible.
We had a comment about the Wayne train, and let's show the Wayne train here. This goal made it 2-0 early on.
Jack Campbell's performance in the last game a week ago against Winnipeg, but here in Winnipeg, 57 saves on 59 shots. Here's a chance in front, scores! A backhand by Wayne Simmons, and just like that, the
Wayne train, baby.
The Wayne train, all aboard. Let's go.
Not the shirts. I should have wore the shirt. I don't even have a shirt.
The
But,
Wayne train shirt.
Wayne train, yeah. But no, he looked great. And even aside from the goal, he was I forget who he hit. Who he got a penalty for, but I almost still kind of liked it.
Oh,
I forget who he hit. But
behind the net.
yes. And he was just getting in his face like all mean. I love that kind of stuff. Like that's what you need. It's a grittiness. I love that.
He landed on Jack Campbell, and then Wayne Simmons was having none of it. He cleared the net. You'd love to see it. I think the only reason that there's a penalty called there, it was called roughing, but I think the only reason was probably because the helmet came off. You have to call it, but
yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
I love to see that Wayne Simmons is standing up, trying to clear the net. That's one of the things he was brought in there to do. Just adds more toughness to this team.
Yeah, I truly do love him. That was like another example of just stuff you need to happen and guys you need to perform a certain way. Doing it, it's great. Yeah, well, I thought it honestly. Like I know we were rationalizing it with the helmet thing, but I don't think it was a penalty. Like you see that stuff all the time, like a little skirmish after the play, blah blah blah.
Yeah, he just
cleared the net.
Cleared the net, trying to send a message, and I really think it was probably just because the helmet came off. And
maybe, yeah, but I want him to do that every time. Like that's what you need. But
Deep Boyd says, "Is Riley Nash going to be ready and in game shape for the playoffs?" Well, just the week that he was traded to the Toronto Maple Leafs, he sprained his knee on that Sunday. So it was a 4 to 6 week recovery period. Now probably 3 to 5 weeks. I'd expect him to be ready for the playoffs. He's a veteran. He's gone through it. He's been in the playoffs multiple times. He's played against the Toronto Maple Leafs. He can play a shutdown role, probably on the fourth line for this team. But
yeah, I'm excited to see how he fits in. For sure.
Yeah,
not much to be said, but I'm excited to see how he fits in.
Old School says he's just depth. He's depth, and he can play a shutdown role, and
if you need him to.
Gives us another option. You can't get enough of those.
Depth is a good way to. Yeah, it's nice to have that. It's nice to have another.
You think Hutton will get any games with Bogosian right now? It's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, definitely.
He's somebody traded for. Just at the trade deadline there, minor move that we made. Give this team more depth. Left-handed shot defenseman. He's a big guy. 375 games of NHL experience, so I think
good guy to have around.
I think we'll get some games.
How old is he? Is he?
I think he's 27.
Okay, so he's all right. Good guy to have around. Gritty. Shutdown.
Imagine a shutdown line of Foligno, Nash, and Mikheyev. So Nash and Foligno played together in Columbus, so they'd have some line chemistry there. And Ilya Mikheyev, speedy guy, shutdown type player. He's injured right now. But honestly, I think Foligno looked really good out there on the first line.
Yeah, I know. I like that idea, sort of. But I mean, yeah, he's kind of got he's got that Hyman-esque presence, which somebody already said that, I think, at the start of the show. But I like how he kind of meshes in with those two. Like it's kind of a nice balance. But he also has obviously some skill, but it's nice to have that balance.
It was an interesting experiment tonight from the Toronto Maple Leafs in his first game, saying, "Here, play with the top guns, Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews." So
yeah, welcome to Toronto, hey? Like, geez, like here, play with like 2 of the top 10 players in the NHL.
Yeah,
love it.
So he can play anywhere really in the lineup, but I'd like to see him in the top 6.
100%.
If not on the first line, if not on the first line with Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews, on the second with John Tavares and Zach Hyman.
Yeah, I think so.
Or William Nylander, rather.
Yeah, for sure.
Frederick Gauthier in the chat. What's up, Freddie? He says Sandin looks really good in these last couple of games. He has been very impressive. I think he's got a lot of potential. I love the way he joins up on the rush. He's very good with the puck, and I think he's got a lot of high upside for this team going forward.
Yeah, it's so weird to, like, it's not weird. It's nice when he's so young, like you said, a lot of upside. A lot of offensive talent.
The
Nice
players,
to mix it up.
the players I'd compare him to is honestly Eric Carlson.
Yeah,
He's got that way of joining up on the rush, or Eric Brandstrom from the Ottawa Senators. Two players that
Yeah.
can join up on the rush defensively. Jug here says Sandin also bulked up over the offseason, and he did. William Nylander was talking about that and talking about he's NHL ready. So Sandin's got a bright future for the Maple Leafs.
He's eating some pasta bolognese over the summer. Is that what they're saying? That's good. Because he was really thin. I remember he was really thin. I guess he bulked up. That's good. I haven't really
Yeah,
noticed.
it's good. Get some more meat
Maybe
on
some
him. I mean,
Balkan season.
he's looked really good though.
Yeah.
Before he was brought into the lineup the other night, he had just 5 minutes and 11 seconds played, and that was in a game earlier in the season. So it's nice to see him getting a chance at the NHL level.
Yeah, especially with the guy out.
Yeah,
Good opportunity.
It's nice for his continued development to
Yeah.
get some more NHL experience, get game ready for the future, and play a role right now as well.
Mhm.
So we did score predictions and everything, stars. So if you got any other comments, make sure you send them in right now. We've been on here 47 minutes. Make sure you smash the like button and hit the notification bell to be notified every time new content comes out on Maple Leafs Media. Obviously a massive win here tonight.
I gotta get a setup like yours. You got I'm sitting in front of some ugly curtains and a freaking wife beater. You got the whole. I'm jealous.
I've got a bunch of all signed stuff. This is 3 John Tavares autographs. Johnny Bauer, Ty Domi, Thornton, Morgan Riley.
Beautiful.
And then the jerseys back there signed too.
Comments here. A couple more comments. Looks like somebody said, "Would you get Kadri?" But yeah, you got it there.
That'd be interesting.
I mean, I'd like him, but I don't think that would work. Like, what's his deal like? What's his what'd you have to give up? Is he a UFA? Seems kind of weird.
I'll pass. I mean, we have to focus on re-signing Zach Hyman. That should be the team's biggest priority right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then
the neighbors are fighting.
The next option would be the next biggest need, I'd say, for the Maple Leafs is to get another goaltender this offseason.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want Riddick as our backup. I'm sorry.
I don't think Frederik Andersen's going to be here next year. He's UFA, so the Maple Leafs need to address the goaltending situation.
What's okay? Well, what's the going rate for a goalie like that? Like, what would we have to pay him hypothetically? That's a
Andersen.
Good question. Yeah,
with the way he's played this year, but he's got a lot of good experience. It's interesting. I think you'd ask for more than this team can afford to pay him.
Right. Okay. Well, who's what would you say? What would you say his ranking is in the league? That's another good question because it gets lost because he's been out for a while and Jack Campbell's been so great and so.
This year is not playing well at all.
No, and he has been good. It's a weird kind of thing. I wonder, where do you say? Where would I'm curious what these people think.
Jug says Andersen gets $4 million.
Okay.
I'd think he has to get at least 5.
Okay, well here, what do these guys make?
I like the way he's played this season. Definitely, his performance hasn't helped his paycheck this off season.
What does he make? What does he make right now?
Just the experience that he has. I don't see.
He makes 5 right now.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have to at least get $5 million to spend somewhere.
Well, I would assume more than what he's making.
An upgrade too. I think.
Yeah, you have to assume. Hellebuyck makes 6.1 mil.
John Howard says, "I don't know, but we're going to need to look for the top goalie."
Yeah.
There's the goaltenders in Columbus: Elvis Merzlikins, Jonas Carposolo.
Oh yeah. Is he a thing? Is he a free agent?
Okay. There's the goaltender from Buffalo, Linus Ullmark. He's a good goaltender. He's got good numbers with a bad Buffalo team. So there's some interesting goalies here this coming off season.
Let's worry about the cup run, baby.
Let's worry about
That's
the
worry
cup.
about right now.
A cup
That
run.
is-
That's
but
right.
that
We
is a
just
good- that
said
is-
it. We said worry about the cup run. We want to go for the cup this year.
That's what we're doing. That's what this is all about, people. We're gonna be sitting on this stream. Clarky will be here. It'll be July, whatever the hell, and we're gonna be saying, okay, guys, Stanley Cup Finals. What are we thinking? That's the goal. Optimism, positivity.
I mean, yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
You imagine though? Oh my god, to get like naked on the stream or something. That'd be crazy. Unreal. What do they say? Frederick Gauthier in
Depends
the
how he
comments
plays
here.
when he gets back and how he performs in the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, when I had Kelly Rudy on here for an interview, he told me that Frederick Anderson's going to be starting for this team when he gets back in the playoffs.
He's our guy. He is our guy. I
Yeah.
mean, the guys do love. Like I'm pretty sure when Wayne Simmons scored tonight, he looked back at Camel. He was like, "That was for you, man." Like they do love him. But I mean, Freddie's kind of the guy. So
Yeah, he is. Yes. The cup run is happening, guys. Let's be real.
oh,
I mean, imagine these comments. I couldn't imagine these comments being poured in after that 5-game losing streak. It's funny to see how quickly it changes. It's a nice
we're the most
atmosphere right now.
we're the most volatile, beaten down fan base of all time, and I love it. And that's what brings us together. I love it. We're all beaten wretches of people.
We've got a
It's
lot of
great.
scar tissue, don't we?
Oh
A
my
lot of scar
god, dude!
tissue.
What are we? We have late birthdays. Okay, we're 22, and how many heartbreaks have we seen? Like too many to count in our short lifetimes.
What would you say was the most embarrassing loss you've ever seen?
Probably the Boston one. Do the years start to blend together after a while? But the 4-1 collapse.
2013.
Yeah, that actually. Last year, last year's kind of COVID year or whatever.
Most embarrassing loss.
Probably the Boston one has to be. I don't know if we were like a total contender that year.
Yeah, I mean
Mind you.
it's gotta be the most embarrassing because of the stage, Game 7.
Yeah,
playoff.
yeah. But I mean, like the one that hurt the most for sure. It just hurts more. I think it hurts more as the window gets more real. You know what I mean? Like that one, who was like the team was not maybe a cup team. I didn't think. But yeah, that was definitely the most embarrassing.
Definitely Game 7, 2013. A Zoom
Yeah.
parade. Hey, we'll be here. If it happens, there'll be
If
a
it
big
has to be, if it has to be on Zoom, it has to be on Zoom. I hope. Maybe not. Maybe summer will be a bit better. But oh
still
boy,
hurts. Yeah, see that Game
yeah,
7,
that
2013.
one hurts. How old?
That-
We were so young. I barely.
You're in high school.
Yeah, barely in
Grade
high
9.
school.
Grade 9.
Yeah, I was gonna say barely. Barely. I know where I was. It was just like it's so funny to think about that kind of
That
stuff.
was a really sad game. I was devastated. I watched every single game that year. I was very devastated. That sucked.
That was tough. That was truly tough. Well,
That was a shortened season as well, too.
it's almost like no. You know what? Actually, might okay.
Tyler
Not
says
that was embarrassing. Yeah, that was definitely. What was his name again? David Ayers.
David Ayers, yeah, the
Ayers?
Zamboni driver, yeah.
They're making a Disney movie about him, which is so stupid. But
Yeah.
not the most embarrassing. Just the one that hurt the most. What year was it that we lost? It was Game 6. We were against Boston. We were up 3-2, and it was Easter Sunday. I'll never forget. And I was like, "This is the year," because I think it was 2019. It must have been. I might be wrong, but I think it was. And it was the year the Raps won. I'm pretty sure. And then we were up 3-2. It was like, "This is it. We got to win this game, or we're going back there." That was tough. It hurts as the guys get older and the title hopes become more real, and then you lose in the first round again.
Yeah.
That's what hurts the most.
Let's just hope that it doesn't happen to us this year.
No, this is the year, guys. This is the year. Look at my face. This is the year.
I was unfortunately at the Zamboni driver game. You know what? Honestly, that's pretty cool. That'd be pretty
That
cool.
is kind of cool. Yeah,
I mean,
I can't imagine the crowd at that. Like, to be like, "What's going on? Like, who's this guy?"
yeah, the first goaltender went down, and then so Peter Mrazek and James Reimer both went down. I believe Reimer went down first, and then they talked about how there's an emergency goaltender in the case of the next goalie getting injured, and then it happened.
Yeah,
That was wild. But
only the Leafs, man.
I still don't think that's the most embarrassing. I think Game 7, 2013, we were up 4-1. And do you remember that Matt Fratton breakaway? And he missed He just missed the net. Oh, that sucked.
Positive vibes only. That's all you can do. These neighbors are, oh my God.
The most embarrassing will be another first-round loss this year. Better not happen.
Oh, if that happens, I'll be a sad, sad boy. That's all I can say. Be a sad boy.
Yeah. This fan base will be very
We'll crumble.
disappointed.
We actually might crumble. That actually might be it. Like for some people, that actually
All
like
the build-up being the hype
Yeah.
being around first in this division for pretty much the whole season.
there's something inherently different when it's like, okay, we're the young up and coming team, and like when we gave Washington that run, whatever 2018, whatever year that was, but like it's like, oh, it's exciting, we're on the come up, Then when the window's kind of here now, the side, like you just feel the shift, like okay, now the expectations are a little bit more real.
Yeah, there are bigger expectations.
Right?
For sure. Our players are getting older, more experienced. The excuses aren't there anymore. This team's all in this year. The addition of Nick Foligno, they added David Riddick as more goaltending.
Literally all in. That's all.
Ben Hutton. This team's all in. Riley Nash. They're all in, and they're trying to make a run at this thing.
Jersey burnings. I will never jersey burn, but I will definitely be sad. Joe Shedler.
No, you can't. Joe. You
I hate jersey burns.
You cannot burn
It's
these
a nice
things.
jersey. Maybe if it was a reverse retro, just for fun.
You know what the New York Islanders fan base did? There's a lot of videos of this. When John Tavares signed, they burned a lot of his jerseys. It's just
so stupid.
No burning jerseys.
Unless it's a reverse retro, then maybe they're ugly. But Leafs in 5, lol. Yeah. Well, if anybody's got some gambling picks for me for
he says no, Saturday. Not me. No, not me. Look at my hair. That's true. Good
Is
stuff.
that sorry? Have I asked? That's his actual hit.
I'm based off this comment. Yeah,
I'm assuming so. Okay, that is.
Mike says, "Let's get out of the north." Yes, let's get out of the north. That's the first priority. We're gonna play most likely Montreal.
Habs, right? Yeah, that'll be
Vancouver or Calgary. I think it's Montreal and Vancouver. I'm actually really thinking.
I don't see Vancouver.
I really think they might make a run at this.
I think it's too premature. Like, I mean, I think they just have like this weird emotional, like weird voodoo, some like weird voodoo kind of stuff going on after the COVID, and they're all kumbaya. I don't think they're gonna last. I think Montreal's better.
We'll see.
Somebody said in the comments before, we didn't address it, but it was a while ago. But somebody said something about a playoff price. Like that'd be pretty scary.
Yeah, it would be. If he gets his stuff together, which he can at any moment, he's
ripe to do it. Yeah,
he's a all-time great goaltender. He's not someone you'd want to face in the playoffs.
No, but
Montreal will be a war. Montreal
truly a war.
7 games.
I agree. I hate to agree, but I agree.
I'm not gonna make my prediction right now, but that's not the prediction I'd say. I'm not gonna make my prediction until we see all the injuries and what's going on.
Well, what is it? It's 56 games this year, right? 56.
Yeah, 56.
So how many games left?
We have
decent chunk.
We have 8 games left.
Oh, okay, less than I thought, but still. Okay.
Actually, 7 games. Nope. Yeah, 8 games left. So,
right, so not that many, but
these games against Winnipeg are massive. We play them the last game of the season, and we play them here too as well. So, Saturday night, these games against Winnipeg are massive for the standing implications we saw tonight. The Maple Leafs boosted their lead up to 6 points in the North Division for first place. It's nice having that North Division supremacy, knowing that this is Canada's team.
Yeah, we could really. I'm just looking at the schedule. We could really, if we keep this form we had tonight. Like, I know Winnipeg's tough, but then you got like Vancouver. I think we should beat them twice in a row. Ottawa, we have 3 more times. Those should all be wins. Like, we could make some more separation going forward.
And also keep in mind that we've now won 6 consecutive games in Winnipeg. Our next game
Yep.
against the Jets is on the road, and we also play the last game of the season in Winnipeg. So those 4 points, those could be massive. 9 games
That's
left.
huge. 9 games left.
Yeah, 9 games left.
Yeah. Well, that was good. Ottawa does play us tough. Whoever said that. That's weird because I always bet the Leafs the puck line, the -1.5 to win by 2 goals when we play Ottawa, and it never wins. So they definitely play us tough.
Yeah, Ottawa plays they
Drives
play
me
the Maple Leafs
nuts.
really tough, and I think they just have the Maple Leafs number.
Yeah, it's
They
weird. Maybe it's just like a rivalry thing. I don't know.
I think they value that rivalry more than the Maple Leafs do with the Senders.
Yeah, especially
I
this year because like we look down on them, and maybe it's just like it's always a trap game. I find.
Yeah, the Senders always come out to play their best
Yeah.
hockey against the Maple Leafs. It's just they want to win in the Battle of Ontario.
Yeah. Normal.
Habs will
Well,
not be easy. No, the Habs wouldn't be easy in a 7-game series. No,
this scares me so much.
they're a very physical team when they play Toronto. They can be really physical, and it'd be a very fun
Sacrifice
series to
Pete.
watch. It'd
Pull
be
up
very
Justin
fun.
Law's comment.
Where's this?
I think he wants to sacrifice Pierre and Vol and burn sage. Okay. Whatever it takes, I guess. Jesus Christ.
Um,
That's
we
dark.
we cook
But I kinda like it.
Edmonton. I think we'd cook. I think we'd.
Yeah,
play
we were
Edmonton
saying that
really
the
well.
last time. We'd
Yeah.
rather play Edmonton, but like I don't. I know it's tough to face playoff Price, but like McDavid's a scary human.
Yeah, and Leon Draisaitl too. But after them, they just don't have. They don't have much after them, and their goaltending is not really reliable. I would rather face Edmonton Oilers than the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, 100%.
But I still think the question we should be asking is, would we rather play Vancouver or Montreal? Because I think
I mean,
Vancouver's
Vancouver every time. We're still Vancouver is not good. They're COVID decimated.
I think you're giving them a bit less credit than they should. Like, I think they earned some respect after those 2 games of having close to a month off.
100%. I'd be curious to see like their games going forward. Like, who do they have next? Are they playing? Are they playing tonight or no?
Pardon?
Are they playing tonight? The Canucks?
Yeah, they're playing Ottawa right now.
Oh, right. We already mentioned that.
I'm gonna check the score for that. It's
It's
2-0
2-0.
Ottawa. So Ottawa's playing Vancouver well right now.
They play a lot soon. They played
Yeah, they have a
4
lot
games
of
in a row.
games. Yeah.
4 in a row. And then we got them at home. It looks like. I think.
Who's this for?
Twice. That we got them at home twice next week. Yeah.
Yeah, JB says Canucks losing 2-0. They're losing 2-0 to the Ottawa Senators, so that's going to hurt their playoff push here. But they've got a lot of games coming up. They have a lot of games to make up. But I really thought they came out and played with their heart on their sleeve. They played good performances those past 2 games.
Yeah. Emotional wins, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've been on here an hour 4 minutes talking Maple Leafs post-game show. So yeah, this has been a fun show with you, Zander. Good show tonight.
It was nice to we're 1-1 on happy shows and sad shows that I've been on so far.
Yeah, this is a good show. A feel-good show.
It's fun. I feel good. I feel good energy. I feel good. Comment section. Somebody was talking about sacrificing Engvall, but mostly comments are happy. So we're good. I think we're good.
Yeah, just
happy night.
Just wait until those playoff post-game shows. Those are going to be really fun.
I'm going to come in with face paint.
Should we do that? You know what? I'm gonna try. I don't know if we'll get in time or not with what's going on in the world, but maybe I'll try to order some blue hairspray, and
yeah.
paint my hair
Paint
blue.
my whole body. I don't care. Whatever
Yeah,
it takes for the
I'm
Leafs
hyped
to
up.
win. If me painting my body blue means we win, dress up like Dart Guy. Remember Dart Guy? I'll paint my whole body blue. I don't care if it suffocates my skin pores. If the Leafs win, I'll do it. Anything
So
it takes.
if you all haven't, make sure you smash the like button and hit the notification bell to be notified every time new content's coming out on Maple Leafs Media. Xander, do you want to give your closing words here?
Said it a million times a show. Positive vibes tonight. We played a really good game. It was fun to watch. Lots of goals. Good goaltending finally. Happy to be on here after a win. I'll see you all if we do this Saturday. I'll see you Saturday, and let's enjoy the win. Watch Sports Center tomorrow. Listen to them talk good stuff about us. Enjoy the win. That's all I can say.
It was a nice feel-good win for the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. So Xander, thank you for coming on here. It's been a good show. Great having you on. Look forward to having you on more shows here in the future.
Absolutely.
In the comments section, I'm going to drop the link to my other channel called The Bills Bunker. If you watch football, NFL at all, it's mostly about the Buffalo Bills. You can check that out. So the link's there. Check it out. Give it a chance. Thank you for watching this post-game show. Make sure you smash the like button, hit the notification bell. Great show. Big win for the Leafs. And until
Big win.
next time, go Leafs,
Peace out.
go.
Go Leafs. Peace out, everybody.
Although I'm not